अपने देखा जो मार्केट हाईलाइट के बारे में मार्केट हाईलाइट सेंसेक्स settled 316 BTS higher and Nifty above 25,550 and TBC raised 3%, LNT 2%. Sensex to Nifty stock market live updates. Indian hybrid indices rebounded from their lows. The session on a high note on a volume lesson. Stock went major leaguer through both base buying trends held and market fin. Sensex today, Nifty 50 stock market live updates. While Nifty ended at 25,571.25, gaining 116.90 points or 0.46%. The BSE Sensex settled 361.57 points or 0.98% higher at 82,814.71. The market capitalization of BSE listed company grew by 1.74 lakhs crore today. Global market updates. The stock Europe 600 rose 0.3% as of 8:29 a.m. London time S&P feature on rose 0.3% and Nasdaq 100 feature rose 0.3% and feature on the Dow Jones Industrial average rose 0.2%. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index fell 0.4%. The MSCI Emerging Market Index was little change. US stock opened lower after economics data. Wall Street Index opened lower on Friday after data show US economics growth so more than expected in the fourth quarter and application pickup in December. At 9:30 a.m., the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 169.22 points or 0.34% to 4,922. S&P 500 and rose 23.64 points or composite lost at 128.79 points or 0.57% to 32,553.94. Investors were also watching for possible US Supreme Court ruling. Supreme Court ruling. President Donald Trump tariff debts could handed down at 10 a.m. ET if they are struck down. There is a risk that's more than 175 billion in US tariff collection will need to refunded according to Penn Trump budget model economics. Meanwhile, US economics growth slow more than expected in the fourth quarter amid disruption from last year. Record government shutdown and moderation consumer spending. The gross domestic product increases at a 1.4% analysis rates last quarter compared to economics forecast for GDP growth of 3.0%. US market as on 21 February 26. S&P 500 top gainer and earnings 139.51. Extra space storage 152.75 and expand energy 108.06 and alphabet 314.98 and S&P 500 top loser Akamai Technologies, CrowdStrike Holding, Oracle and Paycom Software. Trade peak boast on foreign inflow, leave Indian rupees. RBI says foreign portfolio inflows and the rupee have strengthened after indices free trade agreement with the European Union and interim trade deal with the United States. The Reserve Bank of India said in its monthly bulletin on Friday. Foreign portfolio investment to India recorded net outflow of 5.8 billion between April 2025 and February 3, 2026. CB approved 4 IPOs including Intergrace, Medtex, Alpine, TextWorld, and Anjali Labtex. Capital market regulator CB has granted approval to 4 companies to launch their IPO, paving the way to freeze activity in the primary market pipeline. The clear proposal include offering from Intergate Middex Airplane, TextWorld on Anjali Labtex on Apple Container. Trump says Gulf shutdown show US growth by at least 2 points ahead of official figures. US President Donald Trump preempted the official release of GDP figures on Friday, saying that a record long government shutdown last year had and slow growth by at least 2 points. The democratic shutdown caused by the USA at least 2 points of GDP. That's why they are doing it mini from again the wrote on Truth Social about a half hour before the Commerce Department released at for Qatar and 2025 full year growth estimate. The government is currently in a vital shutdown only impacting the Department of Homeland Security. European stock rebound oil prices after US-Iran volatility. European stock rebounded and oil price fell Friday as investors reached the sense of the US strike on Iran after heightened of geopolitical tensions as sparked by President Donald Trump's threatened arms talks of a nuclear deal. It followed a weak session in Asia where several markets remained closed for the Lunar New Year break. Cloud price public wake after climbing to 6-month high this week on worries that nuclear tech talk between the United States and oil rich Iran might not arrive a new conflict that could threaten supplies. Threats of the military action against Iran from the Trump's administration have created some jitter in the market yesterday, with selling in US stock being matched in most Asian markets, said AZBell investment director Ras Mood. Trump warned Thursday that Tehran should make a meaningful deal in negotiation with the Washington in the next 10 days or else bad things happens. India's infrastructure output raised 4% YoY in January. RBI net sold $10 billion in December to cube rupees volatility report and sentiment improved on clear trade agreement signals and India entry into PEX Silica which is expected to strengthen supply chain security in AI, semiconductor and critical minerals volatility remains elevated with the India VIX spiking even as geopolitical tension persists. The software inflation data from Japan supported expectation of economic global policy structural market remain constructive through near-term moves are likely to stay follow driven in global uncertainty keeping the buy on dip sell on rails then intake.